Hey everyone, welcome back to Wool of the Market. Today we're zooming into ACHR Aviation, ticker ACHR. What they do, how they stack up versus peers, the latest price moves, and what investors are feeling. If you're a fan of tech dreams going up in smoke, or proving themselves, this one is for you. Who is ACHR Aviation and what they're building? Picture Blade Runner meets the Jetsons. That's kind of the vibe ACHR is going for. ACHR Aviation builds electric vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) aircraft, basically air taxis for cities. Their goal? Cut commute times, reduce congestion, make urban flight a thing. Here are their marquee products and moves. Midnight is their production model. Pilot plus 4 passengers, approximately 60 miles. Approximately equals 100 kilometers, range. Speed up to approximately 150 miles per hour. It has multiple propellers, tilt prop plus fixed ones etc. They also have a prototype maker, used in earlier testing. Partnerships. United Airlines placed an order, Stellantis is helping with manufacturing scale. They're also working with government, regional regulators to set up air taxi routes, NY area, urban airport commutes, and vertiport infrastructure. So ACHR is not just dreaming. They've got an FAA Part 135 operating certificate, working toward full certification of Midnight, and pressing forward to deliver service. How they compare to their peers. Joby Aviation, one of the more advanced eVTOL players, focused on air taxi operations. Further ahead in some testing, regulatory milestones. ACHR is competing by pushing Midnight, building manufacturing, but they may lag in some certified aircraft milestones. Risk. Catching up materially. Lilium, vertical, whisk. Many are developing different designs, wing type, lift plus cruise, etc., sometimes with different payload or passenger capacity. Some more R&D heavy, less clear revenue path. ACHR's advantage is more concrete orders, United, and some early route plans. But also risk. High burn, uncertain revenue until commercial operations start. Recent price action and what's moving the stock. Here's where the rubber meets the runway. Stock price and volatility. ACHR has been all over the place. As of late September 2025, it's trading around USD $9.50 to $10 per share. The 52-week range has been from low $2.80 up to $13.90. Recent drop. Shares plunged approximately 16% on a single day because of concerns about how certifiable the Midnight aircraft is. Potential, overpromise versus underdeliver, comparisons, critics likening ACHR to Nikola of the skies, and earnings estimates getting trimmed. Financials. Not yet profitable. Big losses. For example, in a recent report, net losses were steep. Free cash flow is negative. ACHR is burning cash. Technical sentiment indicators. Some analyst ratings remain bullish or overweight. There is some optimism around test flights. Midnight has recently done higher altitude flights, test flights outside US, UAE. But the sentiment is mixed. Excitement about potential versus worry about whether they can get certified, scale production, and actually make revenue. What investors are thinking in sentiment right now? So is the crowd cheering or bracing for turbulence? A bit of both. Optimism. Investors who believe in the eVTOL future like that ACHR already has major partners, order books, and is physically building Midnight, doing test flights in tough conditions, like UAE climate. If Midnight gets FAA type certification and launches, there's potential for big upside. Skepticism. Risks. Big risk is that the technology lags, costs balloon, regulation slows them down. Also, if they fail to deliver or timelines slip, investors may lose patience. Burn rate is high. There's also promise fatigue in the EV flying taxi sector. People are more cautious now because lots of competitors making promises. The recent negative report, short criticism highlights that. What could go right? What could go wrong? Think of this like mission. Impossible. There's high danger but also high reward. Possible upsides. Midnight gains FAA certification. Starts limited operations right pointing arrow first revenues right pointing arrow investor confidence gets a boost. Urban air taxi adoption, NYC, LA, UAE, and infrastructure builds out, vertiports, regulatory frameworks. Manufacturing scale with Stellantis helps reduce per unit cost. Possible risks. Certification delays right pointing arrow financial strains. Cost overruns, supply chain issues. Lower than expected adoption or regulatory pushback, noise, safety, bureaucracy. Competition beating them to commercial scale, stealing market share. Bottom line in my take. If Archer was a character in Iron Man, they'd still be building the suit, beautiful potential, but not flight ready at scale yet. For investors, this is a high risk, high potential reward stock. Not for the faint of heart. If you believe in urban air mobility, eVTOLs, and clean transit, Archer may be worth a small, speculative bet. But don't go all in without seeing more milestones, certification path, revenue, margin improvement. Guard your downside. If you want, I can follow this up with a peer comparison video. Archer versus Joby versus Lilium. Who has the strongest path to revenue, who's burning cash fastest, who might survive and thrive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. May your trades be sharp, and may the market favor your courage.